Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing Mars in Pisces. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easiest to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Mars and Pisces people's energies are rather low-key, and they are likely to drift along with no particular focus or direction unless they have a vision of some ultimate goal in mind. These people tend to be rather self-secluding, living a quiet, private life of withdrawal from general society. These people do not have the self-confidence to deal directly or vigorously with the world. Their inner world of imagination is where they will have most of their adventures, dreaming of action as a substitute for doing things. Perhaps reading of other people's adventures and going along in fantasies, looking at others' lifestyles and imagining what it would be like to be them. If the Mars and Pisces person has more confidence, they might aim to sail around the world single-handedly, or paddle up the Amazon in a canoe, adventuring off into exotic places and braving the elements alone. But the usual scenario is for these things to remain dreams, as they give way to others through their lives, serving them in compassion or never doing what they want, and instead playing out a role of martyrdom. If this last scenario is the truth of their lives, then they will store up inner frustrations and resentments, feeling abused in a kind of inverse self-justification, and may act with guile and cunning to get what they want. Mars and Pisces people can be highly emotional and tend towards crying easily, but also towards ecstasies where they are alone with nature. These people's very sensitivity towards others, which often leaves them confused as to where they should go their way, doing only what other people want of them or what they imagine these other people want, and denying their own desires altogether, or whether they should go their own way by themselves, often feeling that there is no middle ground for them. Mars and Pisces people generally will not fight for their own beliefs. Instead, they let them slide into oblivion in their misdirected effort not to go against others, adding to their load of frustration. These people never actually enjoy anything that they do in this way, and so they become more sour and martyred as time goes on. This continual helpfulness and giving away to others can leave these people feeling that they have absolutely nothing of their own, and they will then naturally feel very vulnerable. And it's at this point that they will finally fight back against the next person that seems to demand anything of them, or to take something away from them. Since it is a last-ditch stand, it takes on the power of a fight for their life against someone who has done nothing. These people are the ones that are giving themselves away. No one makes them do it. It is the Mars and Pisces person that feels vulnerable and confused their own motives, not treating themselves as being equal with others, although they may counterbalance all of this with self-exalting fantasies. Mars and Pisces people may also decide to give up this whole battle and decide to spend their lives alone, so as not to disrupt either themselves or others. If this is so, the question needs to be asked: do you do the things that you want to, or do you still drift and dream about them instead? It's important for these people to act out some of their visions and fulfill themselves to make them real so that they can find out who they really are. But it's also important for them to find that point of balance where they can do what they want without feeling that they should be doormats for others, while still being able to be of service to them, given freely and without obligation. When negatively expressed, Mars and Pisces people can suffer deeply from their own indecisions and vacillating moods. Their friends learn to be cautious of them, knowing that they are likely to be pleasant and obliging one moment and bitterly resentful the next. These people may be deserted by lovers or plunged into scandal through an illicit affair because of their inability to cope with normal life. And so they're apt to seek escape in drink or drugs. The negative expression of Mars in Pisces tends to be lazy and is easily depressed. When positively expressed, Mars in Pisces people will often find themselves obliged to cope with confusing situations. These people are too emotional, and it's difficult for them to find an outlet for feelings whose irrationality does not diminish their compulsiveness. In this case, something has to give. But if there is to be an explosion, it's more likely to occur deep in the psyche of the Mars in Pisces person than to be channeled into overt action. Mars in Pisces people can work extremely hard in unobtrusive ways. They may be connected with an institution or large company which overshadows their distinctive personality, even when they are the ones that are occupying the executive position. Mars and Pisces people are often interested in psychic research and in various endeavors carried out for the purpose of exploring the subjective laws of the universe. They are also very skilled actors who have a lot of energy that can be directed into theatrical pursuits. The main issue for these people is for them to scatter or misdirect their forces. Sometimes their lack of success is due to a sapping of their energies at a psychic level by unresolved problems. Mars and Pisces people tend to deflect their vital forces inwards, sometimes in strange and torturous ways. Very often there's a strong aesthetic sensitivity and the ability to sublimate suffering into artistic accomplishments. Drugs and drink can, however, present a real danger. Mars and Pisces people often feel tortured by their own thoughts and frustrated by their inability to put their plans across to others. The problem is that they know precisely what they mean. In their imagination, they can visualize every detail. But when it comes to tangibly expressing these ideas, they often fail. There are, of course, exceptions to this, powerful ones, because Mars is the planet of force and energy. These people are most likely to be successful in occupations that depend on turning into other people's emotions, or in those in which they can express themselves in abstract and subtle ways, so as to arouse the finer feelings of others. As an actor or actress or dancer, they can communicate to their audience on a very satisfying but indefinable wavelength. Mars and Pisces people could also be successful as writers or artists. Here again, arousing emotions and even passions with an intuitive style rather than an explicit one. The power to switch emotions quickly is extremely evident in people with this combination. But as beneficent as this trait may be in creative expression, it can cause great internal confusion. These people's constant ambivalence make them wary of their own moods. Because of this, they are subject to depressions because of the hopelessness, feeling that they will never be as normal as they imagine those around them to be. What they fail to realize is that the normalcy they covet so much in despairing moments would destroy their wonderful artistic potential, which is truly great. Mars and Pisces people really want to be liked and to be popular, but circumstances usually work against this, particularly where the larger public is concerned. In any case, no matter how well thought of they are by the world at large or by their own friends, they will never feel satisfied. It isn't because they want even more acclaim. Rather, it is that in their dreams, where they act out much of their life before it happens, the feeling of success and acceptance feels different. Mars and Pisces people adore excitement and mystery and can fall deeply in love with those they feel project these qualities. But unless it's the real thing, which is very rare, their affections quickly fade. Ordinary people, no matter how attractive, simply do not have the depth of character to be able to stand up to these people's intuitive scrutiny, which is actually searching for love everlasting. Mars and Pisces people are very intuitive and can read other people easily. Mars and Pisces people are at heart very impressionable and are sometimes easily led. They would rather comply than resist if there is no great issue at stake. They simply cannot be bothered raising objections just to have their own way. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to create several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.